as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up between the Baltimore Ravens
and the Las Vegas Raiders. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense.
And they'll be led out by their mobile quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Colin Kaepernick.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Kaepernick. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They got some guys who might need a year or 2 on the practice squad. So then we'll find out if they can actually play.
A gain there of 21 yards.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
But you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And the rumors were pretty strong that teams asked about him in the offseason. But for once, got a pretty firm not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again. 3rd straight 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns, just 9 interceptions, the highest analytical rating of his career. Derek Carr is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Running is Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 84 yards. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Away and off it goes. On the return is Duvernay. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to, at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr, and fights him off. Steps away to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Patrick Queen in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
Now Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
The Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Play action, now it's Carr. And this is caught.
Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return is Duvernay. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Throwing now is Carr. He'll buy some time right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr taking it in from the 20. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return is Duvernay. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Carr. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Carr going to go on 4th down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Bryan Edwards there to make the grab. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return is Duvernay. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On the option, it'll be Kaepernick. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A handoff. It's Murray. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick to Boyle here over the middle. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Good shot.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, he stays up. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Adafe Owe able to drop him for a loss of a couple. 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down.
And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he fades him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And, oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Duvernay. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. Marvin Jones leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a time. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now Carr keeps himself upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Carr now to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And Hunter Renfro is giving them great production for a 5th-round pick. 56 catches last season, and we know he's famous for being 3rd in Renfro, but I think he's pretty good on 1st and 2nd down, too.
Now a play fake. Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a gain of 35. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's Carr to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. You can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
We can't have that.
That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Max Crosby. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having, because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That is his call. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return is Duvernay. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. Tenth carry of the game now. Murray takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Jacobs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
Jacobs again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He finds his man, complete. It's Murray. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Kaepernick. They set up the screen for Dobbins. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
126 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 2nd and 9, Carr is going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Wilson now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flushed, and I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Carr going to throw here. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout